We're almost halfway through the year, and so here are my 10 favorite books I've read this year so far. Let's go. The most surprising of all is probably The Intruder by Daniel Hurst, because it was a random comment on one of my other videos, but it is a twisty thriller that I absolutely could not put down, and I highly recommend it. Heart in Winter is simply one of the best books I've ever read, and even though it's a Western and not necessarily my cup of tea, I really loved this one, and I try to recommend it to everyone who loves books. So check this one out. It is really poetic and beautifully written. My Dark Vanessa is a tough one to get through because it deals with some pretty complicated issues surrounding teachers and students. And yeah, if you can stomach this one, it's a really well-written read and fascinating. Clever Little Thing is simply one of the coolest and most unput-downable books of the year. It's about a child who starts to take on the characteristics of her dead babysitter, and it goes in some crazy directions. I love this one. Doing research for a horror novel I'm writing, I came across Dark Harvest by Norman Partridge, and it's a really cool Halloween story. If you like Ray Bradbury, you will love this novel. Guillotine by Delilah Dawson is a really cool thriller, and it is kind of like the movie Ready or Not, which it compares itself to. Not so much the menu, but it is a fantastic book about super rich people and how depraved they can be. It's awesome. I can't believe I waited this long to read Blacktop Wasteland, but it's one of my favorite books of all time and definitely my #1 for the year. It's going to be tough for any other book to top this one, but S.A. Cosby has a book coming out this week. Next week, I may be the last person on Earth to read Station 11, but it is as good as everyone says, so congrats. If you haven't read it, read it. It's awesome. My last 2 spots are reserved for middle grade fiction. I am a teacher by day, and Murderous Bad Manners is simply one of the cutest murder mystery middle grade novels I've ever read. The characters are amazing, and it's just really fun. Can't wait to dig into the rest of the series. Final book on the list is another middle grade novel called Olivei, and it's told from the perspective of a typewriter, which sounds a little twee, but it is an amazingly written and heartfelt novel. Highly recommended literary fiction. So that's it.